Further responses, the member from Kenora-Rainy River.
Thank you, Speaker. It is an honour to rise and speak on the important issue of National Disability Employment Month. Being able to find meaningful, gainful employment is as important to people with disabilities as it is for all Ontarians. Yet, despite this government's commitment to, in its first throne speech 3.5 years ago, to make employment inclusive for people of all abilities a priority, it has failed to achieve measurable results. The government's Special Advisor on Accessibility, former Lieutenant Governor David Onley, has said that the unemployment rate facing people with disabilities in Canada is not only a, quote, national crisis, but it is also a, quote, national shame. This government's lack of action on this important issue is equally shameful. Raising awareness and making promises is not enough to solve this problem. People with disabilities are looking to this government to take on a leadership role and to take meaningful steps to ensure the jobs are there for people with disabilities who are willing and able to work. This is an issue I have heard time and time again from people with disabilities who have pleaded with me in tears to help them find work. In many cases, they can't afford not to work with the abysmal disability rates that exist in this province. The bottom line is that people with disabilities will not get treated fairly in the job market until they are treated fairly in Ontario's education system. Presently, there are 334,000 students with special education needs in publicly funded schools, and even more students with disabilities seeking a post-secondary education. These students face an education system full of accessibility barriers. It is time for the Ontario government to agree to create a long overdue education accessibility standard under the AODA to make Ontario's education system accessible for students with disabilities, something New Democrats have joined people with disabilities in calling for at least a half-decade. It is time for this government to act and ensure that people with disabilities are able to participate in meaningful employment